Hi guys, my name is Emma and today I want to discuss with you the very interesting moment, SUI project. And you know that this project was previously called as the killer of Aptos. Well, the Aptos was the killer of Solana. And it will be very interesting to first of all understand the difference between Aptos and SUI and to figure out, is it really interesting project and does it have prospects in the future? Right now, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, I have my own Telegram chat where I post the free trading signals and of course the ChatGPT-4 bot that will send you the free trading signals. If you're a beginner, it is the best option for you to understand and dive into this trading sphere. This project is a layer 1 decision, that is the main blockchain with the most programming language, proof of stake security consensus and a high transaction throughput. It is currently ranked 64th in the market cap ranking. 12.3% of the total emissions are in circulation, which is 1,230,000,000 coins. The total circulation is 10 billion SUI. SUI is represented on all top platforms such as Binance, OKX, ByBit, Kraken and others. The capitalization of SUI is $1,915,000,000. Since the period of listing and the minimum marks, the capitalization has grown. In terms of price, this increase was 160%. This is quite a lot, but we need to figure out, will this project have further prospects? And in fact, SUI is a very interesting and popular project because it has 664,000 followers on Twitter account. There is a very big activity in posts. There are lots of collaborations with other projects, so it is really worth your attention. In its way, it is similar to Aptos for the community, but it certainly doesn't look like the expectations of the community regarding the airdrop, which never took place. It was just an initial coin offering, but the question arises, what were the coins and what was needed to participate? It took place on ByBit. We can see that these users have 52 access, but most likely they have already distributed out into the market, because after that there was a bearish phrase and SUI went down. There was also a Binance launchpad. There were 40 million or 4.10% of the total issue. What should have been done for this? Stake BNB or TUSD? There was also an ICO on OKX. The price here was 3 cents and 25 million. Once allocations were sold, KuCoin and other exchanges, in total 2% of the issue was allocated for this action. SUI is a similar project to Aptos because their developers are closely related. They come from Meta and the Libra project. Then the developers went separate ways, and I have my own theory on this, and then I'll tell you about it. Now I'm sure that the projects are very similar in terms of programming languages, developers, interaction with foundations, and then we will study this more deeply. SUI, like Aptos, is based on the Move programming language, which allows it to conduct transactions in parallel rather than linearly, as it happens, for example, in regular blocks. This process is similar to sharding in the Rust programming language, which makes transactions much faster and allows them to be processed in parallel. This is actually the same algorithm with Aptos in the Move language. Also, Miston Labs, which developed SUI, came from Dame, just like Aptos Labs. We see that the developers are closely connected and promote the same idea in the principles of scaling the blockchain and reducing the cost of transactions. Technically, the following points are very similar. Aptos now has, for example, 19 transactions and 8,000 transactions at its peak value for 30 days. SUI, for example, has a value of 1,200 transactions at the peak and 85 transactions, which suggests that SUI is stronger than Aptos in transactions matter, but at the peak, Aptos beats SUI. And in fact, these projects are conditionally competitive because in fact they operate within the same funds, the same teams, and it is very interesting to discuss We can also look at the validators. SUI has 104 and 435 nodes, and in Aptos we have 132 nodes. Even the geographical location of the validators is also very similar for the projects. In terms of blocked funds, SUI is now bypassing Aptos, and its TVL is 533 million, while Aptos has 306 million. But these values are very close. The capitalization of Aptos is 4.9 billion, and SUI has a capitalization of 2 billion. That is, SUI can now be profitable in the short term because TVL is larger. There are also more activities at the moment, and this is 85 transactions if you remember, but at the same time it is less in capitalization than Aptos. It is also worth noting that these projects have the same tokenomics. Let's discuss more about it. For example, SUI, here the community accounts for 36%, which are distributed through ICO and IDO, 10% on staking, almost 30% of the funds and the team, and the rest of distributions. If we look at Aptos, then the tokenomics here is as follows. The community is 51%, which is very similar to SUI, but they are distributed through the airdrop. The first participants are 19%, foundation 16%, investors 13%, which is almost half of the issue. The funds are also the same for both projects. For example, Electric Capital, Lightspeed Ventures, Andreessen Horowitz, Binance Labs, Coinbase Ventures, Standard Crypto. If we open Aptos, then we will see here Andreessen Horowitz, Coinbase Ventures, Jump Crypto, market maker for Aptos and SUI. And a little bit more about my Telegram chat. If you want to become a member of this closed chat where I post the free trading signals, you need to send me the code word private to my personal Telegram messages. You can see the link on your screen, and also you'll find it in the comments under this video. I'm a trader on. I will add you to this closed chat and you will get the free trading signals and also my support. We will be trading together, and I have the very great team, and I want you to become a member. And also the Telegram chat bot ChatGPT-4. Very interesting thing. You will find the links in the description. This citation is reminiscent of the Starbucks story. Starbucks opened a coffee shop, while a similar coffee shop was opened opposite it, which was associated with Starbucks but opposed Starbucks completely. The profits from customers who chose either Starbucks or another coffee shop went to Starbucks anyway. The citation here is very similar, although slightly different, because if developers choose SUI because it is more friendly to the community or it is simpler and has a more user-friendly interface, then the profit from the actions performed will still accumulate in the hands of the same persons. Based on the fact that SUI and Aptos are similar projects and bring profit to the same people, let's look at tokenomics and decide what actions can be taken. SUI's tokenomics looks like this. Please note that the unlocks of the major players will begin soon. They will be unlocked linearly for 2 years, and Aptos unlocks are already in the process, which gives SUI an advantage over Aptos for at least the next 2 quarters. So actually we always compare these projects to each other, but let's first of all understand what is happening on the chart. Let's analyze their market situations and try to understand what is better, what has more advantages, and what project is really worth our attention. Let's see what happened on the chart. SUI had an exit with listings. The current values were already reached, and at these values, ICO participants could fix with good excess. But then the price went to the lower values, and the lowest levels were around 30 cents. In this price range, the position was selected, and this range is a selection zone for SUI. After that, SUI returns to the values that were at the time of listing and now is trading in these ranges. If we look at the situation with Aptos, it is very similar to SUI. Aptos was distributed as a result of airdrop. It was at good levels and people could earn. Then there was a downward movement along with the entire market, about 70%, and in this zone there was a selection in the zone of $5 and $3.7. Next, there is an exit, and at this exit about 250%. In the future, there is a decrease in Aptos and accumulation in these price values. If we look at this zone globally, then perhaps it will increase slightly, but Aptos accumulated somewhere in these marks. Thus, the average Aptos accumulation price could be somewhere at these levels. After that, Aptos is exiting this zone, and now, on a locally changed trend, Aptos is in a growing phase, but hasn't yet bypassed its maximum levels. And actually, we can make a conclusion that these are the similar projects and they are moving in approximately the same direction. SUI may have a downward movement into this zone, further gaining the position of those who will still be unlocking. We see that the community has the main emission. When it accumulates in the hands of major players by their exit, we can see such moves. But at the same time, I do not propose to stay only in SUI, but to make a rebalancing pair. What will it look like? In the trading view, you must enter the value SUI, USDT, Aptos, USDT. Next, press Enter and add this rebalancing pair. Here it appeared in the list of quotes on the chart. This is in fact a SUI Aptos chart, and there are two very interesting zones here. This is the first zone and the second zone, which may be formed in the future if Aptos leaves now and SUI moves towards Aptos. And this will be a rebalancing zone. You form a common position for these two assets at SUI 50% and Aptos 50% too. In the future you have this rebalancing pair, and as soon as SUI goes to the levels, that is Aptos grows, you transfer funds from Aptos to SUI. As soon as SUI increases to Aptos and comes into this price range, you do the opposite. This way you increase your cryptocurrency. This is useful in both a bear market and a bull market. Of course, guys, the SUI has its own drawbacks. For example, the unclear interaction with the community and also the greater focus on the funds, but we can also understand it. But there is also a very positive point, because it is very innovative project and we can see that it is competing with another layer 1 networks. But I'm sure that it is very wise to connect SUI and Aptos together, because it will help you diversify your portfolio and also to understand how it works. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it and subscribe to the channel, and also check all the links in the description, because there I have my own Telegram chat, open Telegram channel about all the news, why I'm here and where I'm actually now. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.